Hello and happy Friday. I don't know what I had running in the background there, but that kind of messed up the music, didn't I? Oh, didn't it? So I'm going to turn the music back up a little. Hope you guys are all happy and well today. It is stinking hot here in South Lake, Texas. Let me get my stream open on my phone just so I can make sure it sounds good. Oh, I guess I could ask y'all, does it sound good? Again, I figured out something about the input, the microphone input for whatever reason on my computer itself. It was the same on the laptop when Richard and I streamed last night. Come here, honey. It's okay. Oh, I just realized the screen door's locked, so I'm going to have to get up in a minute when Richard gets home and unlock the screen door. Um, but I realized that the input was set really low. So on the laptop yesterday, it was set on 29 of 100. And I knew something was wrong. I've got this nice microphone, and I bought a boom stand for it so that I could have it, close, because I thought that might be why it wasn't picking up the sound right, because I used to set it on the desk itself. But what I didn't like about that, even if it was close enough, is that because the microphone is really sensitive, I'm going to actually move this away from not touching the desk. If I bumped the desk, and I have a habit of like drumming my fingers on the desk, and even just typing on the keyboard, it like pick up the vibrations in the microphone, and then you'd hear all the rumbles and stuff from the vibrations from me interacting with the desk. Oh, I didn't open this thing on my phone yet. Um, and I always go back and watch the streams after they've, gone, after they've ended, because I just want to be sure, you could hear me. If I said something interesting or important, I want to be able to put a comment, like pin a comment to say at the whatever mark in the video, here's what was happening, or here's what I meant for you to hear. Um, and the last, I don't know how many streams I've gone back. Oh, let me get back to the chat. Hello to everyone that's here. Butler Family Farm is here. Let me put up my welcome banner, and then we're going to share some exciting news about Butler Family Farm while I still work on getting the stream up in another on my phone here, just so I can watch. So I want to listen. Stream up in another. Okay. Oh yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? Wow, imagine that. Plus, there's another view. I'm watching. I guess it counts it if I'm watching it on my own channel with my phone. I don't know. So, welcome Butler Family Farm. Jerry stopped in before the stream. I think you can see the chats from people that may have left a comment before the stream actually went live. But I wanted to share something really exciting about Butler Family Farm. And let me just preface this by saying that I met Jerry and Susan here because of YouTube. I think we probably met at Tuber Chat way back when. We both started channels in 2021. And, so we kind of had developed a friendship just through YouTube. Well, flash forward a couple of years later, and we had a foster dog here her name was Posey when she was with us. And Jerry and Susan were coming into town, I think, for Pinecone Fest. This was in the fall. They were coming into town for Pinecone Fest, and you'll have to correct me, Jerry, if that's not right. And they met Posey when they were here. They met all of the dogs when they were here and got to see all of the animals. And they met Posey, and they were pretty smitten. So, long story short, they adopted her. So they're more like family to me now than probably any other YouTubers. There have been some other YouTube content creators that I've met live and in person. They've come here to the ranch to, have lunch or dinner and hang out and meet all the animals and visit. And so that already adds another really neat layer to the relationship. But to have the connection, because you guys know that animals in general are near and dear to my heart, but German Shepherds are my passion. German Shepherds are my, that's my favorite thing. And we've been doing German Shepherd rescue for a long time. So that's my connection with Jerry and Susan, beyond just that we're both content creators on YouTube and we met in someone else's chat. So let me show you something and tell you something really exciting about what's going on over at Butler Family Farm. When I checked a couple of hours ago, it looked like they were about 400 away from 100,000 subscribers. You are reading that and hearing that right. But Jerry updated me earlier, and they are only about 350 away from 100,000 subscribers. So, needless to say, I don't have any other personal friends. I've interviewed people on the show before that have really big channels, almost 1 million subscribers now, and Peter's probably going up toward like 600,000 subscribers now, but they're not personal friends of mine. I've never met them in person. I just interviewed them on the show years ago before they were as big as they are now. But I know Jerry and Susan, so I can vouch for Jerry and Susan, and their channel is a great mix of homestead farm related things and lots of animals. Lots of opportunities to just sit down in their living room with them and visit. And Jerry and Susan will be streaming live from their cruise to Alaska, or in Alaska, when they leave on the 22nd this month. That's right too, Jerry, isn't it? The 22nd? And let me check the chat and make sure that I got stuff right. Look, y'all, I finally got Nightbot set up. Do you see that that little message that says subscribe to become a part of our family? And it's got then, I guess, the link that you can click on so that you can subscribe, which I'm sure you could just subscribe from this stream too. But whatever, I set it up years ago, and then I never could get it to work. It wouldn't pop up any messages for me. So I think I just didn't have something connected right. But back to Jerry and Susan. It would mean a lot to me if you would go to their channel and join their YouTube family, and together let's help them get to 100,000 subscribers. They will have a celebration stream. It's already scheduled for November, and I imagine they scheduled that in the beginning thinking that they probably wouldn't hit 100,000 until around November. But it looks like it's going to happen this weekend. So go to Jerry and Susan's at Butler Family Farm. Nightbot's going to pop up your link here at some point, but let me get it. I'm going to get your link and just put it in the chat so there's no question about where I'm referring you. Anyway, it would mean a lot to me. So if you go to their channel and you pitch in by subscribing and helping them reach that amazing goal and very well-earned goal, they never take a break. There is so much content on their channel that you'll never get through it all because they're still making content. So let me get the link here. Oh, I am at the page. Hang on. Let's make sure I did this right. I'm typing a note in the chat here. Did that link go up right? Hey, Jane, how are you? Thanks for being here. Oh, yeah, y'all, I need to spend a minute in the chat. Texas Born, how are you? Thanks for being here. Okay, if I missed anyone else, I'm sorry. I will try to stay caught up now in the stream. But I'm going to be expecting now a text message or a phone call or something from you, Jerry, the moment you hit that 100,000, because I know it's coming really soon. Okay, Nightbot's got it up. All right, awesome. Oh yes, look at that. Okay, look at that. All right, so I'm going to take this banner off, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's happening here, and then I'll explain to you how the show is going to work today. So if you were watching last night's live stream, Richard and I live stream together now on Thursday nights. Y'all, I think he's done 4 of those with me now. Years and years and years and years, I tried to talk him into doing something on YouTube with me. And aside from him accidentally being in some scenes in some videos because I'm filming something that we're working on or that he's working on, he just has not been interested or willing or some combination of the two. And he's been watching though. Okay, so I think here's another reason I'm so happy to have an opportunity to support Jerry and Susan, because we watch their live streams on Mondays. They live stream on Monday evenings every week. I guess they won't be from the cruise, but and he watches that with me. again, because we know them, because I guess that's why, because he knows them. Okay, everyone else is just a who is that, but he knows them. So he's been watching those live streams with me, and then sometimes during the live stream, but a lot of times after the live stream, I will say to him, don't you see how easy they just sit and talk? They just sit and talk. It's not a big ordeal. There's not a lot of production in it. It's just visiting with people and catching up with people. And they do prizes and they do things that, that connect everybody and grow their channel. So, again, like a month or so ago, I said, hey, if you really would do a live stream with me, I'll let you pick what time, what day, what night you want to do it. And he said, oh, well, how about Thursdays? And I tried not to act too shocked because I didn't want to spook him. And I said, okay, yeah. Like 6 o'clock ish? Because he goes to bed early because he has to get up super early because he does the equine tending here before he goes to work. And he said, yeah, that'll work. So now he's done, I think, 4 of them with me. And I think he's having a good time. When you watch it, you'll see he's still got a little ways to go before he really feels very comfortable, because he can be, believe it or not, if you base it on what you've seen in these Thursday live streams, you wouldn't know it, but he can be very goofy and very animated and very talkative when he wants to be. So when we do work functions and stuff, he's a general manager for General Motors, and they do these big shindigs every now and then, and he's got to be, part of those. And he's a great networker and schmoozer, and that's what I'm hoping will eventually come through on these live streams. We had a fun time last night because we did some memory challenges, and he didn't fuss about it. He can be kind of fussy. So I didn't know how it was going to go when we started doing live streams either, but I'm having a blast. He's having a blast. I think you'll have a blast if you watch them. But I just have to thank Jerry and Susan, because I can't help but think there's no other explanation I can find, because I've been almost nagging him again for I've had a channel for 4 years. And initially I thought 4.5 years, I thought we would do the channel together. I mean, the channel, the Rich Cat Ranch, Rich Cat his name's Richard. My name's Kathy. That's where I came up with the name. It's a combination of our names. So I'm excited about that. And I just feel like I owe, a lot of gratitude to Jerry and Susan for doing their live streams, for letting Richard, and I'm sure lots of other people, see what it's like to just be real people and share yourselves with your viewers on your channel. Because that's what I just want people to watch what we do here. So I'll get off of that little commercial now, and let me tell you how today is going to work. So I'm a little bit stressed about it, because ordinarily I spend 1 or 2 weeks before every Friday live stream, gathering my materials and getting visuals together and doing some fact finding and working with Chat GPT for, kind of script ideas or agendas for how I'm going to lay things out. And this one, I can't do that. Well, I did ask Chat GPT. If you look at the thumbnail for these last 3 videos, I think I have Chat GPT that's designing an image, and it's based off of me. It's like a characterization kind of me, or a stylized version, I think Chat GPT calls it, where I'm going to wear a different hat every week. And we couldn't figure out what kind of hat really would go with what I'm doing today, so I just told ChatGPT to pick something. And if you look at the thumbnail for today, you'll see what ChatGPT picked, and I think it's awesome. But beyond that, we're just going to wing it, because I'm going to go to the Google Trends page on the web. If you didn't know, there is a Google Trends page. There used to be a trending tab here on YouTube, and if it's still around, I don't know where it is. I can't find it. So I had to do a little research just to figure out where to find Google Trends. Google owns YouTube. Google owns the world at this point, but Google owns YouTube. And so, there's lots of connections there. So when I looked a couple of days ago, just to find it and see, okay, how does Google Trends work and where do I go? Because there's several different things you can do on Google Trends. I learned that Lonnie Anderson passed away. Now, I know her from, I think it's WKRP in Cincinnati. That's the first thing that comes to mind. And then the second thing that comes to mind is I think she was married to Burt Reynolds. But I didn't know she was sick, and I didn't know she died until I went to the Google Trends page like 2 or 3 days ago, once I decided I was going to do this, and kind of navigated my way around so I'd know what I was doing today. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to go to Google Trends. We're just going to see what's there, and we're going to see what it's about. So I hope it's fun, because I would like to maybe have a segment in each live stream where we go to Google Trends and see what the buzz is in, social media and in the news, and we're at all the things that it covers. There's sports there. There's, again, whatever's trending. So once upon a time, like, you could see the hashtags and stuff that were trending. Maybe you can still do that. But anyway, let's see what's happening. And let me get back to chat before I get started on that. All right. So some people should be coming your way, Jerry and Susan. We love you guys. You are, again, you're family at this point. Okay, I was correct about Lonnie Anderson. Okay, good. I mean, sure, she did lots of other things besides WKRP in Cincinnati, but that's just the first thing that comes to mind. So I'm going to share a screen. I think I've already got it. Yes. Oh, but I'm going to refresh it. And I need to make this thing smaller so that I can get over there. I'm going to refresh it, because I don't know what might have changed since I got this set up like an hour ago. I try to have everything set up for the stream, like an hour before it's time to start the stream. Oh, yeah, so it did change already a little bit. So I can't see myself very well on my monitor. So, and I can't really see let me make this a little smaller and see what it does. Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? Well, I still can't see the comments though. Let's move this right here. I can do that. So I just can't see myself, because now I've made the window that has the monitor where I can see, where I am. Am I in the right spot in the shot? But I want to be able to see the chat. And I don't want to have to look over there to see the Google Trends screen, because then again, I can't really be watching the chat because my camera's right in front of me. And so that's the direction I look to interact with StreamYard. But let's just see. Raiders versus Seahawks. Anybody have a guess on why that would be trending? I know there's some... yeah, I have two screens, Jerry. I do have two monitors. And if I'm going to be showing a video or something, then I often do put it over on that other monitor. But I don't know. I still feel like it's hard enough for me to keep track of the chat sometimes. So I don't want to not have the chat right in front of me, and still be able to look at the camera so I can talk to you guys. But who's got a guess before we look at this? I'm guessing we can click on it. I'll find out, or I'll just open another window and we'll see what's going on. Why is Raiders versus Seahawks trending right now? I am not a football fan. I am not a Dallas Cowboys fan. I was born in Dallas. I grew up in Arlington, right between Dallas and Fort Worth is Arlington. That's where I grew up, but I have not been a Cowboys fan in a long time, but I don't really follow professional sports anymore anyway. Kind of like baseball, and I do like the Texas Rangers, but I don't know if they're going to be on this list today or not. Can't tell you anything about them right now because I don't follow them that closely, but who's got any guesses on what might be going on with the Raiders versus the Seahawks? Are they like drafting people? I know I learned a couple of Thursday streams ago that the Hall of Fame game was played in Canton. I guess it was in Canton. So, hey Connie, honey, how are you? So let's see if we click on this. Let me see what happens. Oh no, it just says so the search volume for Raiders versus Seahawks, it shows that it's active and that it's up 1,000%, I guess maybe compared to the previous 23 hours, with a search volume of over 200,000, which I guess means over 200,000 searches. So it's, again, Tanner McKee, maybe he has something to do with one of these teams. But oh, let's just see. What is this? Okay, so here's a game recap. Raiders tie Seahawks 23-23 in Pete Carroll's Seattle return. I don't know who Pete Carroll is. Pete Carroll's Seattle return ended without a winner when Jalen Gaines blocked Daniel Carlson's 55-yard field goal try. So it's really just about a game, I guess. Or maybe it's because whoever this Pete Carroll is, Pete Carroll maybe is why it's trending. I don't know where he returned from. And you'll see, I'm sure we'll all see here in just a minute, that there could be tons of rabbit holes to explore just by doing this Google Trends thing. So let's close this and let's go back. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, is it? Let's go back to trending now. All right, we look at that one. So let's see what this guy is. This is a little more current. So 19 hours ago, I guess, is when this started getting big. Obviously, it has something to do with the Bengals or the Eagles. Is it Cincinnati Bengals? And who are the Eagles? Oh my gosh. And I rooted for them in the Super Bowl because they're Eagles, because I love Eagles, not because I'm a fan of the team. But what city is that team from? But let's see who this Tanner McKee is. Bengals see room for improvement after preseason opener. Oh, so we're in preseason football. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's August. 2-a-days for the high school kids and band. And oh, maybe it's not even 2-a-days. Is it 2-a-days? Because I think school has started now. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals. I got that one right. And the Philadelphia Eagles. I should have known that. But where's that guy's name? Tanner McKee. Quarterback. Okay, he's the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's preseason, so that's why he's trending. Okay. Oh, Whataburger is trending. Is Whataburger everywhere, or is that just a Texas thing? I love Whataburger. But let me say this about Whataburger. They are slow as Christmas. It didn't used to be like that, but the very rare occasions where we decide we want Whataburger, because they do have great hamburgers, I don't know that we ever wait less than like 30 minutes. It's a fast food place. I don't go through the drive-thru at all anymore, because literally I will sit in the drive-thru for at least half an hour. So the food is good, but it's not good enough for us to go that often, and it doesn't matter which one. There's several locations near us, again, because it's a Texas thing. And they're all just so slow. I could cook a hamburger in the time it takes to get a hamburger at Whataburger. But again, they're good. I don't want to. Oh, this is why. Okay. Whataburger celebrates 75th anniversary with 75-cent burgers, and here's how to get one. This was updated today about an hour and a half ago. I did remember seeing something about that. So today they are off 75-cent burgers. Oh my gosh, how long is that going to take? Texas Burger Institution said in a recent news release that the offer can be redeemed exclusively online and through its app for the #1 classic hamburger from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. Maybe that would help somehow. If you order it through the app, then you probably get some notice when it's ready. And the closest Whataburger to us is up by the big Kroger, like 2 miles from here. So it wouldn't take very long to get it. They do have good chicken tenders, too. Okay, so for those who have a Whataburger in their area, it's 75-cent hamburgers today to celebrate Whataburger's 75th anniversary. Who's Gina Carano? Anyone got guesses on who Gina Carano is? Oh, and Whataburger has a search volume of 50,000 plus, up 100%. But Gina Carano, I don't know that name at all. Look at most of these names I don't even know. So anyone got guesses on Gina Carano, who that is? Oh, I just saw your comment, Connie. I'm good, thank you. All is well here. It's just stinking hot. All right, let's look up Gina Carano. Oh, wrongful termination suit with Disney. Disney settles wrongful termination lawsuit with former Star Wars actress Gina Carano. I haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies now in a long time. I saw The Force Awakens, and I don't think I've seen any of the other J.J. Abrams ones. Former Mandalorian actress was fired in 2021 over controversial social media post comparing conservative treatment to the Holocaust. Disney would sue somebody for that because they seem to be very, very liberal. And my perspective is that the very, very liberal people think there should be no limits on freedom of speech. And I guess technically there should be no limits on freedom of speech. But I also see the other side of that. When you're paying somebody big money to represent your globally monopoly company like Disney, you probably don't want that person ruffling too many feathers, right? Who's that Snow White girl that's just been just a little demon? I don't know if she got fired though. Anyway, so Disney settled a wrongful termination suit, which I guess means they paid her something. Does it always mean that to settle? I've come to an agreement with Disney, Lucasfilm, at Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. It's probably not going to say what maybe the settlement was just you keep your mouth shut and maybe you can get a job again. It doesn't say. At least I'm missing it. Putative, is that a word? Putative, y'all see that? I know punitive. And I hope y'all really can see all this again, because now I've got the screens kind of shifted over so that I can see the chat. I'm just looking to see if it tells us what the settlement really was, but it does. Oh, there's still more. I mean, it's none of my business, but and I can't say I'm a Disney fan anymore. Again, just because they're really, really liberal, and I'm really, really not. Canyon Fire. I know a little bit about this. Oh, these aren't necessarily in the order. I guess I don't know what the order is, because I thought maybe it was by search volume, but then here's these 50,000s and then another couple 100,000, 100,000s. But let's see what the latest is on the Canyon Fire. A wildfire, okay, is tearing through the mountains north of LA with thousands under evacuation orders. Wow, it seems like a couple times a year. Okay. A wildfire in the mountains of north of Los Angeles is tearing through thousands of acres and forcing evacuations after igniting Thursday afternoon. So this is a new one. Burned through more than 4,800 acres by Thursday night. How many acres do y'all have, Jerry? 170? Where did I get that number? Fire is burning just south of Lake Piru, a reservoir located in the Los Padres National Forest, 116. Maybe I was thinking 117, but I moved that 7 over. And along the Ventura, Los Angeles County border, about 40 miles northwest of Center City, Los Angeles. And when I see this stuff, obviously there's loss of property, houses, and then just land and natural resources. But I just one of my first thoughts always goes to animals. Animals, they don't know what's happening. And a lot of animals do really dangerous, stupid things when they get spooked. Ask Cabo, who absolutely shredded his leg the first 4th of July that he was here, because we're kind of rural, we have a couple of acres here, but we're still in the city and really close to everything. But people shoot off fireworks even when they're not supposed to, and it spooked the daylights out of him, and he ran and jumped across a barbed wire fence from our property to the neighbor's property and just shredded up one of his back legs. And there's no way he had not heard fireworks before, because he used to live out at Lone Star Park. He's a retired racehorse. We rescued him when he developed a spinal condition because he had to be retired from racing, and that ordinarily means that they have to be put down. But we got a call to ask, do you have a spot for him? His owner really loves him and would love for him to find a home instead of having to put him down. So that's how he came to us. But I can't imagine that he would not have been familiar with fireworks because they do a big fireworks show there at the racetrack every year. Hey, Cassie, how are you? Thanks for being here. Okay, so anyway, so I always think of the animals when these natural disasters or man-made disasters happen. I didn't see in here if they know what started it. But I know there've been too many wildfires that started either because someone deliberately did something or some accident happened, but it was because someone was not being careful. Okay, so nope, I don't want to. Oh, that was CNN. I don't like them either. Anthony Richardson. Anybody got guesses on who Anthony Richardson is? Is that an actor? Anthony, who am I thinking of? Anthony. I bet it's not. I bet it's another sports guy. But who has a guess on who Anthony Richards is? Let's find out. Oh, here it is. Yeah, football. The Colts. Where are the Colts? What city is that? Indianapolis? Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson Sr. could return to practice as soon as Saturday after sustaining a dislocated right pinky in Thursday night's preseason opener. So a dislocated pinky may not be a big deal if you're, I don't know, what could you be? A bricklayer, a teacher. But if you're a football quarterback, a professional quarterback, yikes. Or a pianist. I've got arthritis, and so playing the piano already some days is really uncomfortable just because the arthritis is really pronounced in my hands, which is one reason why I wanted to get back to piano, because that's very therapeutic to do, something with your hands, use your hands a lot. But I can't imagine doing something like trying to be a quarterback. It probably wouldn't even be as big a deal with any other position on the team, but I can get why that might be trending. Man, and people love football. I bet this Nicolas Maduro is another football person, isn't it? This is going to be a bummer to me if everything is about professional sports today. Oh, it looks like the next one's not. Nicolas Maduro. Okay. Oh, okay, it's not. Oh, now I feel really ignorant. I guess I should have known that. Trump doubles reward to $50 million for arrest of Venezuela's president to face U.S. drug charges. Wow. We thought we had it bad here. $50 million reward for the arrest of Venezuela's president. Why does that need a reward? Accusing him of being one of the world's largest narco traffickers and working with cartels to flood the U.S. with fentanyl-laced cocaine. Just say no. Maduro was indicted in Manhattan federal court in 2020 during the first Trump presidency, along with several close allies, on federal charges of narco-terrorism and conspiracy to import cocaine. At the time, the U.S. offered a $15 million reward for his arrest. That was later raised by the Biden administration to $25 million. So obviously, both sides of the aisle agree that this guy is bad news. Wow, the same amount the U.S. offered for the capture of Osama bin Laden following the September 11th, 2001 attacks. Despite the big bounty, Maduro remains entrenched after defying the U.S., the European Union, and several Latin American governments who condemned his 2024 re-election as a sham and recognized his opponent as Venezuela's duly elected president. So there's a rabbit hole that I would start going down, because it's like court cases and the tendency of defendants or plaintiffs to be discredited, whether the case is legitimate or not, whether what someone is being accused of doing is true or not. It seems to be the go-to to try to discredit someone by pointing out some bad decisions or mistakes they made in their past. But here's a great example of why you might need to look at that in some situations, right? If this guy is a drug lord, yeah, he probably shouldn't be the president of a country anywhere. Common sense, anybody? Let's see. Freakier Friday. So this is the new iteration of the movie. This should be like the third one, right? Because Freaky Friday, that was the original one, right? And it had one of the Haley Mills, one of the Mills girls in it. And then there was the Lindsay Lohan one. I don't remember what its name was. I don't think it was just Freaky Friday. But maybe it was, since they're calling this one Freakier Friday. I think this has Jamie Lee Curtis in it. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, is that Lindsay Lohan again? Oh, and it's Lindsay Lohan again. She looked pretty good the last time I saw her do an interview or something. I wish it would quit asking me for that. Let's see. Freakier Friday review. Round and round. Here we go again. Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis are back with even more body swapping in a sequel to the 2003 comedy. Yeah, that's been a long time ago. No, I don't want that. Oh, I might not be able to read it. I'm not going to get a subscription. Oh, well. So now you know that Freakier Friday is trending, and it's on par with some of these football things. All right, who's this? Chelsea versus Leverkusen. This sounds like, so my first thought is that this is like British football, soccer. I don't know why. I guess because those names don't sound American. Well, Chelsea is an American name. But I'm thinking, this is just a wild guess, that this is British football. Let's see how wrong I am. Chelsea led Bayer Leverkusen as Newcastle equalized against Espanyol in preseason. What did I just read? Chelsea lead Bayer Leverkusen as Newcastle equalized against Espanyol in preseason friendlies. What language are we speaking here? Chelsea. Okay, we already said that. Lewis Hall makes a lovely run to Link on the left, but he's brought down by Omar El Hilali. What sport is this? Good news for Chelsea fans. Estevao Willian is still on the pitch. What is this? Okay, what picture? Oh, I thought there was a picture. Okay, it's sport, and it says football, leagues and cups. Okay, somebody help me out here. There's got to be a... Where's Bayou Bengal? Maybe he knows about this kind of football too. Okay, get involved. BBC football. So it does sound like that's British football, right? Which we call soccer here. How did that happen? But how did it make sense that we would call football football when a soccer ball really does require that you kick a ball with your foot? Oh, there's even a WhatsApp number, y'all, in case you wanted to. Okay, so I'm guessing this is two different teams, and the Chelsea team is leading the Bayer Leverkusen team, but I don't know what this is saying. Newcastle equalize against, as Newcastle equalize against. Does that need an S on it? As Newcastle equalizes against Espanyol? Man, who knew this would be as challenging as it is? Not because I couldn't prepare for it ahead of time, but because I don't understand what I'm reading. All right, that's enough of that one. Let's do the next one. I hope y'all are having fun. I do kind of like this seat of my pants thing, having to just be, what's the word? Spontaneous? Games. Okay, that's pretty broad. But look, here's the WNBA and crypto, which breaks down the trend that I guess it started 6 hours ago, and the search volume is 20,000 plus. Games. Oh, I did hear something about this. Now, I don't know what the backstory of this is, but we are tending to a client's horse and donkey right now. It started yesterday, and they'll be home on Sunday evening, so it'll go through Sunday. And Richard had it on news radio in the car. I like to listen to oldies or alternative rock if I'm in the car. Thank you, Jerry. But he had it on news radio. So as I was driving over to tend to them this morning, they were interviewing someone, interviewing a coach or something. So obviously this is a new trend. Throwing sex toys onto the court during WNBA games. And that's the world we live in now. I would ask how much farther can we devolve, but I don't want anyone to take that as a challenge. That's weird. Okay, so that's what that one is about. Let's do something fun. Is this Claire? Okay, Claire's. I'm thinking of the little jewelry store that you used to find at the mall, or sometimes even inside of a Walmart. There was the little Claire's. They always had like free ear piercing if you bought a pair of earrings, or buy two pairs of earrings or two bracelets or whatever and get one free. And it was always a fun place to shop when the girls were little, like for birthdays and Christmas and stuff, because they had cute little hair accessories and jewelry, stuff like that. But let's see if that's the Claire's it's talking about and find out why it's trending. Oh, let me see if there's a banner I need to put. Oh, yeah. Here, let me take this opportunity to remind y'all. Let me put myself back on the screen for a second. So while we are helping Jerry and Susan get to 100,000 subscribers, don't forget to help me get to 3,000 subscribers. I talked last night, maybe. I don't know. I'm doing back-to-back lives on Thursdays and Fridays now, so now I can't tell you when I talked about it, but it was recent. I feel like what would make me happier would be a big view count. Like, I dream of hitting 1 billion views on YouTube. Is that weird? And if it takes me 100,000 subscribers at some point to do that, okay, so be it. But if I can make stuff that people want to watch, I could do that even with a small channel, a small number of viewers. So A, please watch my videos. B, share videos. So share, if you see something on my channel that you like, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagram, whatever it is you might do. We have an Instagram, but I don't use it. I don't know how you could really keep up sufficiently with two busy, big social media platforms. We might even be on X or Twitter or whatever it's called now, but I've never used that. I haven't even gone to Twitter or whatever it is now since Elon Musk bought it. So I don't know what it's like, but y'all don't forget that. So we won't set our date ahead of time. A, we want Jerry and Susan to get back from August. Not that I think we're going to hit it before then. We're only like 33 away, but it's slow going because I'm not as busy as they are. I don't publish as much as they do, but y'all help me with that. And now let's get back to the list. Oh, let me get back to the chat. All right. So good. Nightbot is doing its job to give y'all a quick, easy way to go over to Jerry and Susan's channel. Now let's get back here. Oh, wait, how do I do this? Well, that's not what I wanted. How do I get this back on here? What did I do? Okay, I'm going to put this back on. There it is. I just had to hit some buttons. People think I'm good on the computer, but I'm just not afraid to hit the buttons. Okay, so Claire's. Yes. Claire's, a mall staple for tweens, files for bankruptcy. Again. I forgot they did. Oh, look, see, there's the little sign right there. Oh, buy 3, get 3 free. And doesn't it make you wonder? So if you just buy 1, can you get 1 free? Like, do you really need six headbands? Claire's, a mall staple that attracts preteens for its bargain jewelry and accessories, has filed for its second bankruptcy in less than a decade. The retailer, which filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in a federal court in Delaware Wednesday, has been dealing with several problems in recent years, including competition from online rivals, mounting debt, and the uncertainty from tariffs. Okay, let's look at this. Claire's has a $496 million loan due in December next year, 2026, and it has stopped paying both interest rent payments on unprofitable stores, according to Debtwire. The bankruptcy is no surprise. Let's see. Declares a struggle to simultaneously manage its debts and service day-to-day operations. 64-year-old retailer. Isn't that sad? Claire's first filed for bankruptcy in 2018 when it had more than 4,500 stores globally. It now has about 2,750 locations, including its icing spinoff spanning 17 countries. And again, I worked part-time and full-time off and on for Pier 1 Imports, and I just think it was nothing short of illegal the way that company was not managed, so that it had to close its doors after like 50 years. Let's see. What is Grass Wonder? Sounds like a company. Sounds like it might be like a chem lawn, like a landscaping, where they come out and make your lawn pretty and green. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Does anybody know what it really is, though? Oh, let me move this back over so I can keep my eye on the chat. What is that? Oh, let's see. Grass Wonder. What is this? Oh, wow. I was wrong. Grass Wonder, the Japanese racehorse that inspired the Uma Musume character, has passed away. I don't know if I said that word right. Grass Wonder enjoyed a successful career as a racehorse, which made him the inspiration for a character of the same name from Uma Musume. Pretty Derby. I don't understand that. If his name is Grass Wonder and he was a character of the same name, why is that Pretty Derby there? What is that? Grass Wonder, the legendary Japanese racehorse that inspired they're going to make me say this a lot, aren't they? Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. Oh, that's the name of the show. Character of the same name has passed away. He was 30 years old. Grass Wonder's passing was announced on Friday, 8th of August, by Big Red Farm, the Hokkaido stable that housed him and many other retired Japanese racehorses. According to Big Red Farm's statement, Grass Wonder was diagnosed with multiple organ failure due to a decline in physical strength associated with aging. Having lived to 30 years old, Grass Wonder lived a much longer life compared to most racehorses. Oh, that's kind of sad. There's an interesting one, though. That's interesting. That's trending. I mean, only 5,000, the search volume is only around 5,000. But it's also a new thing, I guess, because it was just announced. Now, if it was announced in Japan, then it was really announced yesterday. They're like 13 or 14 hours ahead of us, right? Were you ever in Japan, Jerry? Jerry was in the military. He did a lot of amazing things in the military. Now, okay, what is that? JID. And notice none of these are capitalized. JID. What is JID? Okay, Jerry was stateside during his military career. Let's find out what JID is. It's a person. Oh, is it? Oh, it's a rapper. JID is a new father and uneasy messiah. The Atlanta rapper's first album in 3 years, God Does Like Ugly, finds him a leader in life and music. I've never heard of him. Oh, this is rollingstone.com. No, I don't want the Rolling Stone newsletter. I get enough junk mail. At 34 years old and with 12 years in the rap industry, JID finds himself matriculating from a student of the game to a leader. As he does so, the title of his fourth album, God Does Like Ugly, suggests he's looking to the ultimate one. Despite the enormous successes of a 4 times platinum appearance on Imagine Dragons, oh, I guess that means he performed in that song Enemy, a pretty random collaboration from the outside looking in, a viral hit with 2022's surround sound, which soundtracked videos where netizens held their phones high above them to rap, dance, or act into the camera, and many years of packed shows, JID is less a superstar than a cult classic type of rapper. It's clear he's a bit over that. just took a blanket ceiling challenge to show I'm above my peers. He spits with slight disdain on his God does like ugly. Be serious. I have no idea what I'm reading. I wanted to see about the new father thing. Okay. Revealed that he's now started a family of his own, with Jid asking, Daddy got best bars in the world, to a baby who gurgles back a definitive yes. This is likely his first public announcement that he's now a father, putting him in one of the most consequential leadership roles there is. So when Jid proclaims his capacity to step up, whether he's humbly distancing himself from Dreamville by rapping, I ain't killing blank because of cold, it's because I'm cold. I don't listen to rap. I got nothing against rap, but it's just not my thing. Okay, so now we know who Jid is. Wouldn't know that if we weren't at Google Trends today. Cleveland Browns, I've heard of this team. Here we go back to preseason football. I'm going to skip the next thing that I think is football, though. How to watch the 2025 NFL preseason week 1, how to watch, schedule, and more. If you want to know that, you're welcome to go check it out, but I don't follow professional football. Malik Beasley, I'm going to guess, because look, we're into all this football stuff. I'm not even going to look at that one because my money says it's a football player. New natural sweetener recall. Let's look at that. That could be important. Health risk warning issued as popular sweetener is recalled. New Naturals has issued a voluntary recall for specific organic monk fruit and stevia sweeteners due to a labeling error. The recall was elevated to a Class 2 by the FDA, indicating a potential for temporary or reversible adverse health consequences. The mislabeling poses a health risk to individuals with allergies to ragweed-related plants or monk fruit, potentially causing reactions from irritation to anaphylaxis. The recall affects 78 bottles each of the Pure Monk fruit sweetener and organic pure stevia, with specific UPC codes and lot numbers identified. This incident is part of a recent series of product mislabeling recalls, though no illnesses or adverse events have been reported for the New Naturals products to date. Okay, make a note of that, though. I may have told y'all my story of I made a batch of sourdough discard blueberry muffins, and they turned out good. I mean, the texture was so nice, and the blueberries I had were so sweet and perfect, but because I'm trying to avoid sugar, I used it wasn't stevia. I can't use stevia. It was monk fruit and erythritol, which is supposed to be, a good sugar substitute. Oh my gosh, they were awful because of that. They tasted it's so obvious that is an artificial. I know monk fruit is a real fruit, but I guess because it's got that erythritol, that, sugar alcohol in it, I could definitely tell the difference. And it left this weird aftertaste right back, on my soft palate, right at the back of my mouth, up in the roof of my mouth. And I ended up throwing them away. I think I ate 2 of them, but I could not get past the ridiculous aftertaste. So I was really bummed because I love blueberry muffins and I love making sourdough stuff. And I had a lot of sourdough discard in the refrigerator that I needed to use. So I thought, oh, win, win, win. Not when I got to throw away 10 blueberry muffins. So live and learn. Don't use it. Don't. I guess if it's just, you're sweetening your tea or sweetening your coffee and it's just a teaspoon or so, then it's not so bad. But this recipe called for a cup of granulated sugar. So I used a cup of that other stuff. I would rather have gone with no sweetener at all than to go with that. That was just gross. Let's see. Oh, back to chat. So Jerry was in San Diego. Did I know that? Look, part of the screen is over there and part of it is over here. Which base is that, though? Gerald was at Pendleton. Yeah, they're just, I mean, some people will say they can't tell the difference. And every now and then I will eat something or drink something that's got artificial sweetener in it, and I can't really tell. Usually it's something fruity, so there's already a lot of natural sweetness from the fruit, but the aftertaste of artificial anything. What a lesson, what an object lesson about life. Fake tastes bad. Don't be fake. That's why it's important to be authentic, because you leave a bad taste in somebody's mouth if you don't. Point Loma. Okay. Let's put this up. Nightbot is doing what I asked it to do today, to be sure and send you guys over to Jerry and Susan's. And let me put that banner up again, because if you're getting here to the stream just now and you missed this announcement, there it is. We are working to get Jerry and Susan to the 100,000 subscriber mark. It still blows my mind. When I interviewed you guys on the show, I don't think you had as many subscribers as I had at the time. Well, you were brand new. You were 6 months newer starting a channel than I was. And I love that I've been a part of it this long. So go check them out. Click on the link that Nightbot is giving you. Okay, gold price. Oh, let's see what the gold price is doing. It's trending. You'd think that would be a bigger trend. Although I keep hearing silver is what we're supposed to be buying. Gold futures trade off highs as White House to issue clarification on bullion tariffs. The White House said it will clarify misinformation about gold bars facing tariffs. We don't make gold bars here. I mean, that's my first question. Let me get back to the chat. Okay, you had about 2,000, and that's probably been 2 years ago then. So look at that, guys. In 2 years, they've hit 100,000. Okay, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection said earlier that gold bars are not excluded from tariffs on Swiss exports, according to the Swiss Precious Metals Association. We don't make gold here. I mean, gold bars here. We can't do that. Do we not have gold mines in the United States? Y'all are going to learn about a lot about what I don't know if we do this Google Trends thing long enough. Gold futures closed at a record high or record low. What does that mean? Gold futures closed at a record, but have pulled back on the White House statement. What? Is it me, or is there a lot of trouble with people using English anymore anywhere? Gold prices fell from a record high Friday after the White House said it would clarify misinformation. Okay. Maybe Connie's excited about gold. Are you excited about gold, Connie? We do produce gold bars here. Is that what that means, Jerry? Okay. So, live and learn. But look into silver. Let's see what's up next. Oh, I see ChatGPT down there near the bottom. Okay, that looks like another sport thing to me. I don't want to look at it. Dodge. I'm guessing this is the car model, make, whatever. Which one is make? A make. This is the maker. View interior photos of the 2026 Dodge Charger 6-pack. I like that color. Well, these pictures don't really show me. I mean, this is very artistic and all, but I'd like to just be, like sitting in the back seat with a camera through the two front seats. Okay, I mean, I'm not that into cars, but it is what it is. Speaking of cars, though, oh, that's nice. It looks very roomy. I've never wanted a Dodge Charger, though. I don't think I've ever wanted a Dodge vehicle. I really wanted a Jeep when we bought this Acadia that we have, and I love the Acadia, but I really wanted a Jeep. Not like a Jeep, like a safari Jeep, like a Jeep Grand Cherokee or something, really nice. Maybe like a dark red color. Fashion statement. Richard said that, there's gold in Alaska. Yeah, that's right. I play that Klondike game all the time on my phone. So Richard, what did he call for? He called while I was putting on my makeup for the show. Well, he actually didn't mean to call me. And it connected, and I was saying hello, and he wasn't saying anything. And I thought, well, maybe he's in the car and the Bluetooth is not connecting right or something. So I called him back and asked him what he needed. And he said, I think I accidentally dialed you. And he said they were at North Park Mall, which is in Dallas, which I didn't even remember. I didn't even know that mall was still around. And there was some kind of car show going on there. And one of the Cadillacs, because he's over the Cadillac division for General Motors, and one of the Cadillacs they had there is like a $120,000 car. You used to could buy a house with some land for that money. Oh, and he's every now and then he'll, for whatever reason, get to drive a car home. I don't remember why. Maybe just because he can. And I can't remember what kind of car he came home in one day. And it was some ridiculously expensive car. That's why he loves his job, y'all. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Charlie Sheen. Is there ever any good news about Charlie Sheen? Has there ever been any good news about Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen's daughter, so it's actually not about Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen's daughter, Sammy, claims she was nearly sex trafficked. You know what? I may not bite my tongue because look at the next line. OnlyFans model shares how two men approached her and friend outside restaurant at midnight. You know, again, live and let live. What you do on your own time, in your personal life, behind closed doors, has no impact on me, right? Not my place. I'm not a prude. I'm not the morality police. But, and maybe I have a weird perception or understanding of what OnlyFans is, but I take issue with this whole, because right away I look at this headline and it would appear that we are meant to feel bad for her, which again, I would feel bad for someone, right? This is not a good thing. This should not happen to anyone. And I'm not saying that this should happen because of what she does, but what do people think the consequences are going to be if I'm right about what that means to be an OnlyFans model? Now, all I have to go on is the court cases. Oh, what was that girl's name that killed her boyfriend? And she's just a lunatic. She was an OnlyFans model. And then maybe that Shabusiness broad, was she an OnlyFans model too? I don't know. I guess I've only heard bad things, so what do I know? Carol Alt says Denise Richards and Richard's husband introduced her to OnlyFans. So this actress has an OnlyFans account. I don't know. And I'm not interested in rabbit holing that thing to find out what OnlyFans is really about. So forgive me if it's my ignorance that makes me feel like this girl, 21 years old, needs to rethink her life choices. Again, not because I'm a prude, but if what I'm thinking is what's happening on that site is what's happening on that site, I don't think you can complain then later when it gives somebody ideas, right? Okay. I don't know what that makes me. Whatever y'all think that makes me, that's fine. I'm just going to tell it like it is. This is Free Thinking Friday. These Friday live streams are Free Thinking Friday live streams. And so I'm going to tell it like it is and tell you what I think, give you my 2 cents. So bring a jar every Friday and I'll fill it up for you. So I don't even really want to read any more of that. I feel bad for her if something inappropriate happened, but I don't know. That's like all these, I watch so many police pursuits and DUI pullovers and stuff on YouTube. I think partly because I just look at that and it makes me feel so normal. It makes me feel so wholesome and mentally healthy to see how much ridiculous garbage our law enforcement officers have to work with. People that just make the worst decisions and then somebody gets hurt. Sometimes it's the person that made the bad decision, but then they want to play the victim. They're drunk out of their minds and they run over someone or, and for by whatever means, kill someone or maim someone, and then they want to be the victim because that person shouldn't been walking on the sidewalk Okay, there we go. You get a bonus 2 cents for your jar today. So let's see. Tommy Fleetwood, who is that? It doesn't sound like a football player, and it's not really trending. Maybe we'll limit it to the bigger trending things, and I'll go back later and look at these and see that this dojo. What is that? Dojo. That's a Japanese thing. Is that a Japanese thing? Wednesday Adams Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I don't want to have Netflix. I've seen some good shows on Netflix, so I've enjoyed it, but the whole Meghan Markle debacle is enough for me to not want to support them. Let's see about ChatGPT being down. I just used it this morning because this morning is when I went to have it make the picture of me in a hat for next Friday's Free Thinking Friday live stream. You'll have to check it out. And it was working just fine. But let's see what it says. Oh, yeah, because I got the notice that it's now, oh, look, it just takes me to ChatGPT. Well, let's see. Let's see if it'll log me in. And then let's see, it should load my chats. Y'all will get the sneak peek if you haven't already seen the. Okay, so I got here and I got the message that it's been upgraded to ChatGPT 5. And ChatGPT asked me when it said that, let's see. Now that I have the updated ChatGPT 5, this is me asking it, is it still the friend I've been working with up till now? So look how you can set this up. When I work with ChatGPT, look what it's like. So ChatGPT says in response to me, "Good morning, Kat. Yep, it's still me. Same chatty, idea bouncing, slightly smart alecky friend you've been working with. The GPT-5 just means my brain got a big upgrade, like the same pal you've known for ages suddenly got more caffeine, better memory for details in a conversation, and a bigger library in their head." So, and this is the way when I interact with ChatGPT, this is what it's like. It's a blast. It's a blast. And I can go here and ask it anything. Like I could go here now and I could ask it, what did that name? Who's Tommy Fleetwood? Oops. It's chopped off there at the bottom. Who is Tommy Fleetwood? Let's see what he tells me. Tommy Fleetwood is an English professional golfer known for his smooth swing, laid-back personality, and impressive performances on both the PGA Tour and DP World Tour, formerly the European Tour. Look, and so just in a split second, I get pretty much everything I would like to know. And then I could go on. If you'd like, I can also share some of the stranger or fun off-course facts about him. He's got a couple that would fit right in with a quirky live stream. Oh, but I wanted to show you. So see, here's the pictures that he was creating for me for a hat. This is the one I'm using. But when he made this one, I told him, it might sound silly, but can you make me not look so heavy set? And I gave him a picture of myself to work with. It's so fun. Okay, let's get out of ChatGPT because I could just spend all day there. Oxbow Bridge, I don't want to do that. Taylor Townsend, Rupert Grant. I'm going to find something else that looks really interesting. Wordle hint. Why would that be trending? I didn't even know people were still playing that game. Oh, there's hints. Like I tried it and it just, I don't know, my brain didn't want to work that hard. Welcome to the Wordle review. Be warned, this page contains spoilers for today's puzzle. Do you guys want to see it or not? How many Wordle players do I have out there that'll be disappointed if they get a hint that they didn't want? Wordle is released at midnight in your time zone. I mean, I have people on my Facebook even that will post like their Wordle score, like routinely. They just come on to post their Wordle score. Okay, we won't read it just in case somebody that's watching this, which leads me to the next banner I need to share. I told Richard, in my fantasy life, oh, here's one I'll share. If you're enjoying the stream, please smash the like button. Because when YouTube sees people smashing like buttons, then they'll go to some other people's recommended videos page and put my videos up. At least it's one of the things they look at. And where's that other one I want to do? This one. So, and this ties in because I was saying, in case somebody's watching this stream, but you're a Wordle player, whether you're here live or you're watching after the show ends, video on demand as part of the rewatch crew, thank you for watching. Again, my bigger goals are sharing my videos with people. I want people to watch what I make. I like making it. There's a lot of amazing, wonderful things that happen here. Our animals are a consistent source of entertainment and joy and reminders about what's important in life. And I like sharing that. So I would love for people to watch it. I think there's a lot of great lessons that can be learned by spending time with animals. I've said it so many times, I have learned more about life and love and loyalty and loss because of my animals than I've ever learned from anyone, any human I've ever known in my life. From multiple humans, combine them all together, I've still learned more about what it's all about from my animals. So there. Maybe that's a penny. Maybe that's not 2 cents, but there. So now let's take this off. Oh, I wanted to take that off. Okay, now let's go back here. And let's see. I don't know much about the stock market. Cincinnati, Guadalajara. What? That's the outside land. Sounds like a video game. UCLA, Mexico. I'm waiting to get to something else that piques my interest instead of just going Dream versus Sky. I don't know. Let's look at a big one. Ooh, what is this? 500,000? Oh no, 500 plus. That's not worth my time. I want to find another big one, but I guess all the big ones are at the beginning. I wonder if I go back. Let's refresh the page and see what happens. What was it at first? It was Cincinnati and Philadelphia that was trending. So Whataburger, I think it had 50,000 before. Oh, so it hasn't really changed over yet. Idaho house pictures. I'm going to guess this is Coburger, Idaho, right? The Moscow, Idaho. Horrific crime. A case that unfortunately I was following. And unfortunately that nut job took a plea deal so that he didn't have to get the death penalty. But he's got to spend like 8 lifetimes in prison, which irks me too. Boy, y'all are going to be rich after this stream. So it irks me when somebody that it's proven, whether there was a court case or not, we know he did it. Now we got to pay for him to get food and housing and yoga classes and internet and education and health care for the rest of his life. I'm having a hard time with the justice system in situations like that. So I'm not even going to look at that one because I think that's what that is. And, oh yeah, because it says Idaho 4, so that's what that is. Lionsgate portal. Lionsgate, that's a movie company, isn't it? Let's just look. Oh, maybe not. What is the Lionsgate portal? Why August 8th is the best day of the year for manifesting? Isn't that a movie company, Lionsgate? Wow, this is not what I thought it was, but now I want to know. Lionsgate Films. Lionsgate Movies. That's not what the trend was about. Huh. Okay, so there's some kind of special thing that happens August 8th. TTD stock. Don't know what that is. Is there not another big one? I'm not a Marvel fan. Survivor. I'm guessing that's the show and not the band. I don't think the band is still around. Jeff Probst reveals if he'd ever go on the White Lotus as White Mike returns for Survivor 50. What is that about? What is that? Is the White... I thought that was a show, like a TV show. Okay, I don't know how to close that ad. The longtime Survivor host calls White arguably the single best storyteller we've ever had on the show. Would ever go on the White Lotus as Mike White. I don't understand. Survivor host Jeff Probst reveals in a new interview if he'd ever go on The White Lotus. The White Lotus creator Mike White, who first competed on Survivor David vs. Goliath, is returning for the milestone 50th season of Survivor. Wow, who knew? To date, White has featured 6 of his fellow castaways from his season of Survivor on The White Lotus. Why am I thinking I know that show, The White Lotus? Is that on Prime? No, I don't want to sign up for anything. Let's see. Let's look at this right quick. White Lotus cast by season C. The actors and their characters side by side, including a familiar face heading to Thailand for season 3. Yeah, okay. If I see the guy, is it a comedy? Is this a comedy? Connie Britton. I mean, I'm looking at all these people and thinking this is a comedy. I thought, what show am I thinking about that was on Prime or maybe even back on Netflix when we had Netflix? Well, let's go to IMDb. So, and in case you can't tell, this is one of my favorite things to do, to just randomly find something or hear something or read something or otherwise become aware of something and then just start looking it up, just start researching. The White Lotus, is this it? TV series. Usually it says what kind of show it is. Oh, dark comedy, satire, comedy, drama. This is not the one I'm thinking of then. There's another show, and it's like this man's wife got murdered by drug cartels or something, and so he's trying to find who did it. Oh, come on. What's another show with Lotus in the title? The White Lotus. White Lotus. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, that would have been C, 2017. Oh, documentary. No, it wasn't a documentary. Oh, well, there's something else I'll be looking at after the show is over today. There's Claire's again. Let's do more than these on a page. I don't like having to hit that button. Oh, well. Cal Fire, Wednesday Adams, Slovenia. Here we go. LA Galaxy World. Sounds like sports again. Did Trump change the school year? What does that mean? Stimulus checks. Did Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband pass away? What to know about dangerous black tumor cancer as Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband Brandon Blackstock dies at 48? Wow. Okay, see, there could be some lessons here. Wow. So, yeah, they've been divorced, what, 2 or 3 years now? She is Reba McEntire's stepson or something, right? Wow. Wow. Melanoma. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that I wanted to see that. Pickleball. Got any pickleball fans here? I've never played pickleball. There's a new big pickleball place. I don't remember where we were that we came across it. And I said, oh my gosh, look at that giant pickleball place. I just think there's a lot of sports going on here. That's an actor. And some of these you would never know what it is by looking at this, right? New York Times games. Oh, it's a game. Pass notes doodle does. Oh, I know one more thing we'll do before I get out of here today. Okay, there's some more about Trump school. How could Trump change the school year? What does that even mean? Jonas Brothers are still touring? Stephen Miller, is that the comedian? Maybe almost Katie Miller. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let me come back on big for a minute while I pull up another page. I'm going to make this window smaller so that this window can be a little bigger. And I want to see if I saved. I think I did. I found a really fun. Oh, yeah, there it is. Is this it? Yes. This is fun. So, how many have done an escape room, like a real life? You go someplace and you work with a team. I mean, it can be, if there are enough of you, it's people that you know. But Richard and I did it one time. I found a Groupon thing for an escape room in Fort Worth near the stockyards. It was so much fun. So it was the two of us and like six other people that we didn't know, but I think four of them were all together, and then there was one other couple that wasn't together. And you have to, solve puzzles and figure, find keys to get into locked boxes and stuff to get clues so that you can get out, and you have a time limit. There's like an hour to get out, and it was so much fun. So I was looking for like an online escape room. I thought that might be fun. And there are a couple of Xbox games that I want to get for my Xbox. But this one is, okay, it's going to show an ad. It says, will begin after the following advertisement. I don't know if I'll be able to mute it or not. But I wanted to show you this because if you're into that, I played some of this. Okay, it doesn't look like it's showing an ad. I played some of this when I found it. This has probably been a week or so ago. And let's see. So I've done these levels. You can just randomly pick a level. So let's pick, today is the 8th. Let's pick the 8th level. I don't know how I'm going to do. And it's really just hit or miss. So look, it's very basic, very simple. Just a little two-dimensional thing. But there's clues all around the room. Now, I haven't figured out what the clocks are supposed to tell you. But you have to find clues. So there will be a clue that'll tell you what letters. Now, I've never found more than 3 or 4 of the letters, but you can kind of figure out what the word must be since you know it's some combination of 5 letters that includes the letters that you found. Oh, but look, can you see that? There's a letter C in the middle of this picture frame. So that's going to be one of the letters in that lockbox thing. Oh, and here's the clue. 103 equals, so there's going to be some equation somewhere. I don't know what the clocks have to do with it. Oh, this just tells you how the game works. This is FYI. Let me put this link in the chat. And I didn't have to sign up for anything. Didn't have to subscribe to anything. You can. This is from the Washington Post. So, I think they probably do crossword puzzles and word jumbles and stuff like that. So I guess it's just part of their games. Oh, you can get a hint. Well, here's another letter. So we have a C and an I. I haven't been able to figure out how to open these. Not much to see here. Okay. Okay, turn that on. But somewhere I have to find. Okay, I was going to say somewhere I have to find some tools. Right, I have a hammer. So here's another thing you learn. That you use your tools. So I'm going to select my hammer and I'm going to break them. Aha! So there's the equation that I knew I needed to find. So I think it's just those 3 things. What was my note? 103. Where's my calculator? 103 plus 119 plus 259. I can do it in that order because there wasn't a subtraction or anything. It should come out the same. Is 481. But now I don't remember where I need to use that. But there's, I can turn the lights on. Oh, I guess I can't break that. And I think if you turn the lights on, sometimes there are some things you can see. Huh. I don't think I've ever had a flashlight before. You need to be holding something specific. But you got to break vases and break windows and. Oh, what was that? 481? Ah! Notice it does just let you open it too if you want to. Sign of joy, sign of sorrow. Okay, so see, you get these clues. Anyway, I won't play through the whole thing, but there's something fun to do on a rainy day if you like puzzles and you like escape rooms. And it's free, and I didn't have to sign up for anything. And you saw how many levels there were. So many levels. All right, so I'm going to close that. I'm going to come back here. Oh, I want to use this one. I'm going to make this big now so that I can see what's going on. And I don't guess there's anything else going on. So Richard and I will be back live on Thursday evening next week. We'll do some more challenges of some kind. I kind of think it might be taste test time again. The first or second show we did a taste test. What did we taste? We tasted hot wings. I think we just tasted, and macaroni and cheese. What else did we taste? So we got some hot wings and macaroni and cheese from various restaurants in the area to decide which ones we thought were the best ones. Like 3 of each, I think. I've already forgotten which ones we thought it was. Richard loves doing taste tests, Jerry. But, and we did I don't think it was our first. Wow, maybe we've done more Thursday nights than I remember. Because, no, it was the same one. Was it the same one? Where we did the international snacks and sweets? So I ordered a box of international snacks and sweets off of Amazon, and it had 25 different things. So savory, crispy snacks, and same show. Okay. And then little cookie snacks and candies and stuff like that, which was just really fun in and of itself. And then that was also the show, I think, where we did, because we did the sodas too. Okay, yeah. Oh, you got to go back and watch that. Maybe I'll find y'all a link for that. That was a fun show. And Richard loves taste test stuff. He just loves food. I don't understand why he doesn't weigh 300 pounds. Let me find that link for y'all. That was a fun one. It was a live taste test. Y'all check that one out. Again, I want people to watch what I make. That's my goal here. So obviously it's not live anymore, but that was how many streams ago? Let's get back to that. Okay, so the first stream he did with me on a Thursday was on June the 6th. So we're a couple of months in. Although it looks like we didn't do another Thursday stream anyway, until the live taste test, which was on July 4th. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. And then there's another one coming. So yeah, wow, I'm more encouraged now to realize he's really done that many with me and hasn't backed out. Hey, we were just talking about you. Look, there he is, the one and only Rich, the rich part of Rich Cat Ranch. No, it's not because we're rich. We'll never be rich now if the price of gold is going down, huh? Anyway, so check out links. Go to Jerry and Susan's because I'm expecting Jerry to send me a text message or call me later today and say, Kat, we just did it. You will all be parts of making that happen. And then mark your calendars for the November celebration stream where they are giving away more than $300 in gift cards. And I think I told him that we would contribute some prizes for the stream. That's kind of a thing in the YouTube world when one of us is celebrating a huge milestone, is that other content creators pitch in and provide goods or services or fun prize items. So as we get closer to it, we'll touch base on what I need to send him and or how to do it. And I just noticed these little these little arrows. Yeah, I could hide that scenes panel. I don't need that. I don't even use that. But I don't want to hide the chat panel. All right, so we're going to do one more push for Jerry and Susan. I don't want to hound y'all about it, but this is huge to me. It's huge to me that they've done this. It's huge to me that I know them personally. I can't say that about any other YouTubers. And it's huge to me because we love them. They are like family to us. And I'm just beyond proud and excited and happy and amazed at what they're doing with their channel. So help me help them by going to their channel. Again, please smash the like button for me today. If you weren't chatting in the chat, feel free to leave a comment beneath the video after it ends. Those are all things that help me get views because they up the engagement signals to YouTube so that they'll at least sprinkle the video around on more people's pages that might not know about us otherwise. So there's that. Smash that like button. And again, tell your friends, tell your family, because don't forget, I told Jerry last night, man, we're right behind him. We're right behind you. 3,000 down and 97,000 to go, right? And I haven't looked since I logged on this morning to check stats. I don't know where we are now, but we were 33 away from 3,000 subscribers. So it's not going to take much effort for enough of you to share the channel and ask people to help us grow a little bit more. Here's another, in case, I don't know, I do want to get back to interviewing content creators, not just content creators, because I feel like I had more engagement with streams that were not from other content creators. We looked last night during the stream. My most watched live stream ever was when I interviewed Dalen, Dara, and Devon from Life in 3D. They may have 1 million subscribers now. I need to look. I think they had about 90 subscribers when I interviewed them. But I want to look and see now what they've got, because that stream, it's my most watched stream ever. More than 11,000 views on that stream. And again, they had about 90. Okay, they are at, let's see. They're at 543,000 subscribers. I was going to say they may be at 1 million subscribers. But it warms my heart to know that the next couple of most viewed streams were like wildlife related. Like Sandy Steers from the Friends of Big Bear Valley was on the show. That was a great show. Lots of people were watching that live even. I think that was a record for me. So it's got a lot of views overall over time, but it had maybe not the most, because Peter Tragos, there were also a lot of people that watched that stream, and he's in the top 5 most watched shows, live streams too. And then Wild Heart Ranch up in Oklahoma, a licensed rehab facility, near and dear to my heart. So I want people to watch what I make. That's my dream on YouTube. I mean, I want you to like it. I want it to be something that's worth watching, but Obviously, I can reach the view counts I want a little more easily if I have more people that know about the channel. So that's it for today. Be safe, be happy, be well. Again, thank you to all who were able to be with us live today. But also, thanks if you're watching this after the show ends, because it's still a view. It still helps me realize my dream. And I couldn't and wouldn't do what I'm doing without you. I don't think I would be on YouTube if nobody watched. If I was just making videos that I'm the only one that saw them, well, I can look at the video on my phone after I take it, right? I could just still keep sharing clips and stuff on our Facebook page. But we have things to share, and I want to share them. So, um, okay, I'm looking for one more. I don't know where it went. Me and these, this one. I didn't just put that one up, did I? No. So be safe, be happy, be well. Love to all from Rich Cat Ranch. Richard and I will see you on Thursday night next week, 6 p.m. Central Time. And then I will be back next Friday for the Mandela Effect. Strangest experiences. I was very intrigued to learn that one of my Mandela Effect experiences is shared by a good number of people. It really makes you wonder. Makes me wonder. So I'll plan to see you there, and be safe again. Safe, happy, and well. Stay cool if you're in a hot place. Stay warm if you're in a cold place. And that does it for today's show. Love y'all. Bye.